The most important thing that a normal, average, regular citizen can do regarding terrorism, and that's the citizen that is not the president of a country and not a political leader and not the leader in the army, but just a normal person who gets up in the morning and is trying to, get through the day and raise some children maybe, or being in relationships, and is watching a world that seems to be exploding right in front of us. Whether it's a 9/11 or a Mumbai or a Pakistan, it doesn't matter. The world seems to be exploding. The most important thing the person can do is not become paralyzed. That's the first thing. Don't over-dramatize the fear. First of all, most people are not going to be killed by terrorists. You have a better shot to get hit by a car and die than to be blown up in the United States of America by a terrorist. Now, the reason I say this is because if we imagine ourselves too powerless and imagine terrorists too powerful, we actually will become paralyzed and not be able to act at all. So point number one of what the ordinary citizen can do is to put this in its proper perspective. Yes, it's the single greatest threat, but my chances of actually being killed in a terrorist attack are very slim. Now, what that does is it gives us the breathing room to actually do some things that might mitigate and ease the terrorist threat that's a worldwide threat. So the second thing I would do after recognizing and nuancing is individual acts that begin to ease the differences between people. I can't change as an ordinary citizen the entire Israeli-Palestinian conflict. I can't change as an ordinary citizen the entire conflict between Islamic fascism and the rest of the West. I can't change as an individual citizen the entire conflict between Hindu and Muslims. But what I can do is begin to model the lowering of conflict that can get out of hand within my own circle. And here's my rule. I try once a week, once every 10 days, to learn something about the group, about the political party, about the religion that I disagree with. And it's amazing how that changes the karma or the aura or the atmosphere or the reality around me. And that's what I can do most. And you'd be surprised by the ripple effect of that. So for example, let's say I'm to the left of center on politics. I'm a liberal. And what really irks me, what really gets me angry are conservatives who have this alternative way of looking at the world that I think is crazy. The most important thing I can do is to try to read something, speak to someone who represents that other side of view, and try to understand the partial truth of that view. It's not a whole truth, it may only be 1% truth, but the partial truth of that side, and incorporate that truth in my life. Now, if we can get everybody to do it, not to the people they most deeply disagree who are trying to kill them, because that's too far away, but 1 degree. And if everybody starts communicating to the people that they communicate, then I put it like this. This side doesn't have to communicate with this side. But if this person communicates with this person, with this group, with this group, with this group, we eventually have everybody talking.